Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back now. And I gotta say, like for the AFCON and Asian Cup, these two tournaments have been one of the best tournaments I've ever watched. But for this video, I'm gonna be giving it my quarterfinal predictions for the AFCON 2023. And this is just really interesting because literally the top 5 ranked teams in Africa are they're all out. I mean, this is literally making this tournament amazing. But now, like literally, the only giants that I'd say that we have left is Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, and South Africa. But Nigeria being like the biggest one in my opinion. But let's get into the predictions. So in the first one, we got Angola versus Nigeria. So I mean, looking at this, I mean, it would be clear that Nigeria is the favorites, but Angola, I mean, we gotta keep in mind, Angola has really made progress with their team, and this could definitely be their year. I mean, we've already seen so many shocks. We had Equatorial Guinea beat Cote d'Ivoire for 4-0. We had Algeria knocked out against Mauritania. I mean, Ghana as well, only getting 2 points, they almost got to the round of 16, but then they blew that in a very embarrassing way. But if I had to choose who it's going to be in this case, I'm going with Angola on this one. It literally, I just feel like this is really the tournament for the underdog status. So I got the final score. Like I'll just put a score, but I feel like Angola's going to win 3-2. I feel like it's going to be a spectacular match day. And I mean, we'll see how it goes down. In the next match, we got Cape Verde versus South Africa. I mean, this is also another case. Cape Verde topping their group in a group with Ghana, Egypt, and Mozambique did not lose a single match. And they almost lost against Egypt, but they came back with a last-minute goal to tie it up. Cape Verde has been looking really great this year, and I mean, if you go back to my predictions, I did not expect them winning this group. I had Ghana and Egypt, but Cape Verde themselves, I mean, I am really impressed with the Sharks. I mean, they've really impressed me, and I'm sure their fans as well. Like this is another one of the underdogs here. South Africa as well. Shocked that they beat Morocco. I mean, I think we all thought Morocco was going to win this game, but Bafana, they played it amazingly. They took their chances. They did amazing. That penalty, pure luck there that Hakimi didn't score it. So looking at this, South Africa is looking like a good team right now. I wouldn't say they are at their strongest right now. If they were like they were in like 2010, like I would probably give them this. But South Africa themselves right now, they have a chance. I mean, I'm glad they're doing well in this tournament, but we'll have to see a little more how this goes for them. I feel like they could have a chance in this, but I feel like Cape Verde is just a stronger team here. So I got the Cape Verde Islands going through. I'm going to go with the final score being 2-1 in this case. But I mean, it could go either way. But South Africa, I mean, they'll have to play again how they played against Morocco, but more offensively. But Cape Verde, with how they're playing, I see them going through. Now into the next match, we have Mali versus Cote d'Ivoire, and I gotta say, this is really spectacular with what's happening, because I mean, I did not expect Cote d'Ivoire was going to even make the round of 16. I thought Zambia was going to at least tie Morocco and gone through. Cote d'Ivoire themselves, like, they're proving like it that they are still in this tournament. I mean, beating Senegal in penalties. I mean, and with their head coach who was sacked before the round of 16, their interim coach. This is really impressive by Cote d'Ivoire. I'm really impressed that they held it off against Senegal, because I'm sure we all expected Senegal was going to win this match, but guess Ivory Coast wanted to paint a new future here. So, I mean, looking at this, but I mean, like, Ivory Coast is definitely making they're definitely doing great right now. But when you look at Mali right now, like I feel like Mali has the best chance of winning this tournament because I mean, like their team has really done well over the years, and I mean they're looking like one of the strongest teams here in the AFCON and the African Football Federation. So I mean, we'll see how this goes, but I mean, I think it's clear Mali's gonna win this. I got the final score being Mali 3, Ivory Coast 0. I mean, that's really how I think it's gonna go. So I hope Mali can win though. If Ivory Coast does win, this will be another shock. And I mean, like, because again, like Ivory Coast are the host, and they really ended their group terribly, but they're still in. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, they did beat Senegal, but Mali, like, I firmly believe Mali's gonna win this. Like, no doubt in my mind. And now for the last match, we got DR Congo versus Guinea, and I still can't believe that DR Congo hasn't, like, they've tied their first 3 games, and then they tied it and went to penalties. So I mean, technically, really looking at it, they did win, but they've only tied it 3 games, and they still went through. This is really impressive of them, and beating Egypt in penalties, like DR Congo is really looking good. But then we also look at Guinea. I was really upset that they beat Equatorial Guinea. I wanted Equatorial to win because their team really looked strong. But then again, Guinea, like they got that last minute winner against Equatorial, and that was really upsetting. But Guinea, they're really looking good, and this is really an impressive match day because I personally am fine with either one of these teams going through. But if I did have to choose, I'm gonna go with DR Congo on this one. I just like to see them win this, but I'm not sure how this match is gonna go. I feel like this is gonna go to penalties, and I mean, this is a tough one. Try not to get any bias in here. I mean, because I don't personally have a bias on this. I would like DR Congo to win, but this is a really tough one because I don't know. Both teams are looking to deserve this spot. I feel like the final score is going to be 0-0 in penalties, and I feel like DR Congo's going to win in penalties 4-3. I'm just going to guess like that. But anyway, that's it for the AFCON quarterfinals. I'm going to come back with my Asian Cup at quarterfinals. So, hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below which teams you think will go through, and I'll see you all in the next video.